Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Michelle Crawford and today we will be filling some new paint pans. So if you are wanting to learn how to fill your paint pans, this is the video for you. So I'm actually really excited. I've got 3 new colors that I just got from Daniel Smith. This is my first time with any Daniel Smith paints. I typically use the Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor set. And then there are a few colors from their professional series that I use. And so one of them is this Opera Rose color. And so you can see my pan is pretty much empty. And so I'll be refilling that today. And then these new Daniel Smith colors, I see this color Moon Glow a lot. It looks really beautiful. So I got one of those. And I also have this manganese blue hue and then an undersea green. So I'm really excited to add these to my palette, and let's get started. So we'll begin with the one I've already got here. So I have this really large 48 pan or half pan set from Winsor & Newton, and I've pretty much still have most of the pans that came with it, but this is the color I added, which is the Opera Rose, and I use it a ton with florals. I also have replaced my sap green half pan. I just bought another half pan, and actually I bought this one in the professional series color. So if you do want to replace them by just buying additional half pans, those are also available on Amazon. So, but I like to be able to refill these with the tubes, so I've got that to refill today. So all I'm really going to do, I've got the paint that was already in there is still there, and I'm just going to fill it back up. And then once you fill these, you can use the paint straight out of the tubes, but the whole point of having a pan set is that you put it in and let it dry overnight. Sometimes I've noticed some colors really need to dry a little bit longer. Also, I went ahead and kneaded these bottles before we started, and I'll probably do that again. I've opened some colors before and not done that, and they were kind of separated and didn't really go in evenly into the pan. So there we are. There is the Opera Rose in my pan, and so I might just kind of tap it into place a little bit, but that's all there is to it, guys. You're going to let this sit out overnight and dry, and then you'll have a nice wet half pan of new paint to work with. So I like to fill this pan up before, so it looks like I still have maybe one more in there. So these tubes are pretty economical if you use a color quite a bit. As I mentioned, this pan set came kind of preloaded, and then I've just been replacing the colors or adding new ones as I like. So now we'll move on. I've got this tiny little travel pan, also from Winsor & Newton. I've got a couple Winsor & Newton colors in there now. I like to go with my mom to the craft store. We'll each use a coupon and save on our paints and each buy a tube of paint. So we had some new colors. I put them in here, and I think this is where I'm going to put in these new Daniel Smith colors. So my other palette is definitely color coordinated. This just has some extra ones, and I have a swatch card here, and when I added those, I just kind of put them on the side there. So we will swatch these. We'll probably just stick them along the bottom of this card, but so you can see I have quite a few colors. You don't need all these colors. I'm not the best at color mixing, and honestly, I just love these new colors, especially this Moon Glow. I'm so excited to try this Moon Glow. So I've got just an empty pan. I bought these on Amazon, and I'll put them in the description below. You notice I do have a little bit of paint on my fingers, so careful of that. That will happen, but hey, it's watercolor, guys. It washes right off. So with this, I'm going to try to just kind of get the corners first. I really like it when these don't end up very messy. But again, it's just fill the pan. And I like these pans also because you can kind of move them around in your palette if you decide you didn't like the location of a certain color. And so I've got some greens here in my palette. I think this blue I'm going to stick right here. Or sorry, this Moon Glow. And we also have this other blue. I picked out this one because the really only light, I have Persian blue and a little bit of cerulean blue in the Winsor Newton, but I really wanted to have another blue hue to use, so grabbed this off of Amazon. We will fill yet another pan, half pan. You can see this tube. Oh, it's so bright when it goes in the pan. And I will say I have put new paints in the pan and had, like, swatching these colors is the most fun because I'll put them in the pan and then have a guess of what it might look like on the paper. And sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm way wrong. So I've got kind of an aqua color up here. I'm going to stick it right there. And I'm getting paint all over my fingers. It's probably easiest to just kind of put the pan in first. I am new to watercolor. I've been painting since about August of 2020. We all kind of found some hobbies last year, I think. So I really have enjoyed documenting my watercolor journey recently through YouTube, and really excited about learning from others. So I've got one more color here. This is also a green. This is the undersea green. I'm going to put it up right next to here. I've got this kind of pastel green there already next to it. Let's put this here. And you do want these to dry overnight, but absolutely you can use the paint right out of the tubes. So we're going to go ahead and swatch these as well, so we don't have to wait for them to dry to do that. So I'm going to grab just a jar of water. And here's a tip, guys. I have cats, and I usually always have a jar of water sitting out. I have a couple actually, and I decided to actually just put the lids on. The cats like to get to the water, but it really helps to keep the cats away. So if you have cats, there you go. All right, so first I'm going to just swatch the Opera Rose that I got out. And so when you're using the paints straight out of the pan, you can see it's like really thick, wet paint. So you do probably want to put it onto your palette and then swatch it. There we go. You can see this Opera Rose. It's just this beautiful bright pink color. I think that's why I love it so much. It makes florals pop, makes beautiful accent color, and just tapped in some water. Let's see how that waters down. Do it one more time. We're getting kind of 3 nice wash values here. So very, very beautiful color. Okay, so next I think I'm going to swatch the Moon Glow. I've seen so many people painting with this color. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm really excited to try it out. So I'm just going to put a little on this mini palette here. I'm going to add some water. Oh, it's already looking so beautiful in the pan. It's, when I've seen this in people's videos, oh, it's gorgeous. It is perfect, I think, for a night sky, but it's like definitely purple, but kind of almost has the quality of a dark blue. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, I think this is going to be one of my new favorite colors, guys. All right, next let's try the blue. Let's put that in this paint over here. I've already got some colors, and look, I already did some mixing. This is why I love my, when your pan's dry, that never happens. All right, so let's swatch this color. Ooh, yes, that's what my palette was missing. This is going to be a beautiful sky blue. Beautiful for water. And some water to the brush. You see that get lightened. Oh yeah, I'm going to do some fun things with these colors. All right, now we've got one more. This is the last one. This is Undersea Green. Ooh, it definitely reminds me of seaweed. Let's see, I'll do this one up here. Oh yeah, this is going to be amazing for my florals, for any trees. Oh, look at how deep a color. So this is my first time ever working with Daniel Smith, and I will have to say, I mean, I hand chose these colors because I love them, but these are really good, guys. If you use Daniel Smith or Winsor and Newton, and you have any recommendations for colors, or you have an opinion as far as which one you like better, let me know down in the comments below. Can't wait to hear what you guys think. So now I'll add those, of course, to my swatch book, but literally all you do is just let this sit out and dry. I mean, I can't, as I mentioned, I have cats, so I might like close the lid, but they will dry much faster if you just leave it open. So I'll do that. And then, yeah, that's really it. So if you have tubes, you can find lots of palettes. They're not very expensive. There's some great options on Amazon. I'll put some of those in the description below, as well as some of the supplies that I'm using. But yeah, there we have some 3 or 4 new colors, and maybe I'll do a painting with these. We'll see. So thanks, guys, and can't wait for you to join me for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.